pretty big about Goku and Vegeta's capabilities as far as recovering from battle damage and powering up. They seemingly can't anymore because according to Trunks, Goku and Vegeta have maxed out the training of their bodies to the point where they can no longer Zenkai. They can no longer recover from a crazy battle and get even stronger from that. They only have the method of training at this point because their bodies are just completely maxed out. But some people would contradict that with the saying that, wait a minute, so why can Goku Black do that? Because Goku Black is essentially Goku's body, right? So why is he able to tap into the Zenkai power in Chapter 20 when he's able to get even stronger, and all of a sudden when he was getting his ass kicked against Vegeta just using the Super Saiyan Gold mode against Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, now he's able to kick his ass? What's up with that? And my theory has to do with the fact that it's something to do with a mental process that's mixed up, of course, with the actual physical aspects, because you gotta think, even though yes, that's Goku's body, that's also somebody else's mind and spirit and possibly even ki inside, similar to the fact that why is it that even if he's in Goku's body, he can all of a sudden tap into this Super Saiyan Rose God energy that Goku and Vegeta couldn't do. You know, their energy doesn't turn pink. So that's leading me to the conclusion, which at the end of the day, you gotta think for a second, it does seem a little bit convoluted and convenient in certain parts of the series. You can use Zenkai in certain parts of the series, it's totally different. But based on what we know up until this chapter, at the very least in Dragon Ball Super, it seems as though it's a lot more connected mentally, and that's why, again, Goku Black can use the Super Saiyan Rose transformation, and Goku and Vegeta can't, because it's connected. The key is with the mind and the body. It's not just, you know, the physical aspects of it. And also, you gotta wonder again, at what period was it that Goku Black stole Goku's body? Was it at the beginning of Super? Was it after Universe 6 tournament? Because if it was at the beginning of Super, you could also argue, okay, wait a minute, if that's Goku's body before he went through, you know, the Battle of Gods era or any of that stuff, then maybe his body wasn't maxed out at that point, and that's why he's able to abuse it. But nonetheless, why would he be able to use it in that regard with Zenkais and get stronger than what seemingly even Goku and Vegeta are right now when they're maxed out themselves? And again, I think that all falls into the argument of the mind. Zama's never used Zenkais in his life, I'm assuming, because again, he's not a Saiyan, he never had that feature or whatever. So being inside Goku's body is basically a fresh, untapped mind of Zenkai. It's never had Zenkai boost in its life. It's never, you know, recovered from damage and gotten stronger, and that's the difference between Goku Black being able to use it and Vegeta and Goku unable. Which also leads me to think that, holy shit, in the future of Dragon Ball Super, at least in the manga, because a lot of people don't realize, again, there's pretty much two different canon at this point. There's the anime and the manga. They both have their own separate thing going on. Yes, they're the same in a sense that we always reach the same sort of conclusion and we go into the same arc, but there's quite a bit of differences at this point. But essentially, the future of Dragon Ball Super with Goku and Vegeta, they can no longer do that. So even if they have the most climactic battle of all time with, you know, some crazy foes, the only thing they'll get out of it is the training aspect of having a great fight, and they get a little bit stronger that way. But as far as recovering and getting a massive boost from the previous battle damage, that's not happening for Goku and Vegeta. We still have Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. They can still use that attribute because they haven't maxed out their body's potential to use Zenkai boost. But that is pretty big to note, the fact that Goku and Vegeta no longer have that feature because they're completely maxed out. Now again, you can also say, well, that's just Trunks speculating. How does he know this for sure? So there's an argument to be had there. That is not just 100% set in stone. Goku and Vegeta are maxed out. That's his assumption as to why Goku Black is able to Zenkai boost and Vegeta and Goku can't. Kind of curious to hear you guys' opinion on this. I've been seeing a lot of discussions regarding this, and people saying, well, the contradiction here with, you know, Ginyu taking the body and what's up with that. So I'm kind of curious what you guys' perspective is on it. Do you think it's just lazy plot writing? Do you think it's just a lazy plot device that, hey, I feel like using it now, hey, we don't need it now, hey, let's use it here? I mean, I think the best argument to have there is, again, the fact that it's more of a mental thing, and that's why Zamos is able to use it in the Goku Black body, because he's never, you know, Zenkai before, so he's kind of fresh, although the body was using Zenkai multiple times. And do you think that this is gonna essentially make it a little bit fair for Goku and Vegeta in the future of this manga, the fact that they can no longer, you know, take a crazy blast, almost die, and then come back 10 times stronger? Or do you think there's a possibility they'll use that plot device in the future of the Dragon Ball Super manga? Again, this isn't connected completely with the anime. The anime never really dives into the whole thing regarding Zenkai boosts and, you know, Goku and Vegeta not being able to do it anymore, but Goku Black can. So what do you think regarding the future of the series in general? I mean, if the anime isn't really using it like that, but the manga is trying to use it, Maybe in the future it'll just be disregarded again. I mean, who knows? Any overall thoughts of this? This is kind of something, again, I've been seeing in the fandom for a minute. Everybody talking about it, and I wanted to give my 2 cents on it. It seems most logical that it's a mental thing, and it's connected with the body as well, and that's why Goku Black can do it. But also, there's a possibility that the Goku Black body isn't where Goku's at right now, so it's a little bit more easier for him to use the Zenkai boost. But then there's also the argument as well, which I know a lot of people will throw out there immediately, is, wait, why is he talking about him being able to use the Super Saiyan Blue transformation? So there's a possibility that the body that he took of Goku happened at the very least after the Frieza, the return of, resurrection of F as well. So if that's the case, then yeah, it has to be the mind. It can't just be that it was an earlier version of Goku before he was completely maxed out. And again, your overall thoughts on this discussion. Either way, fun stuff with Dragon Ball Super, and it's interesting to note that Goku and Vegeta can no longer get stronger from getting healed up after being in a crazy battle. They just gotta do it training in the old-fashioned way. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more video like this. Infinite world, and as always, people, have an awesome day.
dealt with.
You're the boss.
The enemy is attacking your core.
You're the boss.
Shall we see? Gather tribute or face my curse. The choice is simple. Your core is under attack.
Whatever you want.
Good kill.
A useful servant.
Slain.
Nobody better than me.
That's it. If someone doesn't agree with you, you automatically hate them. You've put me through so much shit that, like, there's no way that this is even real. The thing that bothers me, not even the thing that bothers me the most, because you fucked me over, but the thing that really bothers me is the fact that you're talking about, like, the legality of it, but I was told by your significant other that if I would have asked, I could have smoked weed on New Year's, but I shouldn't have had to ask for permission anyway.
My favor.
I've heard so many bad things come out of your mouth that it's ridiculous. Like, I can't even fathom why you think that you're in the right for this. Like, at all. I don't understand. Like, this fucking blows my mind. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person for smoking weed. I'm not sorry.
Your enemies.
I will not apologize. Like, I owe you guys nothing. Like, you guys ultimately fucked me over. Like, you're the worst human being I have ever experienced. Like, I've never met someone so shitty and so fucked up and so willing to just destroy people's lives just because they're insecure about something. I just can't get over the fact that you're that shitty of a person. Like, that's how low you had to stoop just to try to prove that you're right. But in actuality, you fucked yourself over. Weed helps people. You basically just told every cancer patient that you hope they die because you're salty about weed. I can't get over this. I'm sorry that I'm so mad, but it's the fact that he put all of my private information online. He called my best friend ugly. He basically called out my family and told everyone to send the cops to my house. He may have not said it, but he definitely hinted it. But I'm so fucking sick of them. I'm sick of it. Like, I'm done. As soon as he put out that personal information about me, like, go fuck yourself. You're the worst fucking person I've ever met. You're a scumbag. Like, I fucking hate you. I hate you. I've never hated someone so much in my entire life. Like, this has had so much effect on my mental health that I can't take it. Like, this is so fucked up. I don't even know how to deal with this situation, because the fact that, like, he just publicly posted all that stuff about me just out of pure spite, like, how is that supposed to make me feel? Like, I am never going to feel happy again. I had, what, one private thing, one really private thing, and he just told everyone. Thank you guys for watching.
Triple kill.
Fuck you. You know who you are? I hope you're happy. You completely destroyed all of my pride. You told me to get a tattoo saying I'm a liar, like a tramp stamp. You told me to shave my head. You told me to dye my hair green, shave off my eyebrows, and get an ugly tan. Like, is that not abusive to you? Do you think that's a fair trade for me telling you that I smoked weed? Like, that's what you think is okay? I betrayed your trust?
Oh, Nision, the lollipop triple dipped in Psycho. He's having yet another breakdown. Should we really be surprised? Because when things don't go his way, well, he makes a bunch of videos disclosing very personal and confidential information between parties that he's always involved with. This has happened with Jackie Glenn. This has happened with nearly every single person he's ever been friends with. At some point, they do something that he doesn't like. They say something, they think something, they just do something in general that he doesn't support, he doesn't like, and he cuts that friendship off completely. Now, in this particular case today, we have Billy, who was a third-party person that he brought into their relationship. Supposedly, he pressured his wife into wanting to date this girl. His wife wasn't going to date this girl, but he pressured her into dating this girl. They brought this third girl into the relationship. Down below in the description, there are 2 links to 2 videos that I recommend you watch the video for context for what I'm about to show you. At this point, I'm convinced that your wife, Lainey, is only with you because she has a child with you, and she feels guilty that if she was to separate from you, that child would be missing a parent figure. Like, if I was in her situation, that's how I personally would feel. I could be completely wrong. I don't know Lainey per se and what she thinks, but as someone who has seen this from the outside, that's definitely what my conclusion is. I'm not surprised you have extreme options, yes. I'll go through a list, and you say yes or not to each, okay? Okay. Tattoo, I'm a liar, just above your ass. Not. I want to stop right there. Greg, I don't care if you have a friend, even if that person is your significant other or a third party in your relationship, if you're doing poly or whatever, but to demand that they did something that you don't like or support, in this case smoking marijuana or whatever, to demand that they get a tattoo above their ass signifying branding themselves for you displays how much of a psychotic fucking madman the triple dipped in.
gather tribute or face my curse. The choice is simple. The curse falls upon you, heroes. Your enemy has destroyed a keep. Oh, your corner's under attack. That was rather violent.
Psycho type of person that you really are. This is
Let's
insanity. This is pure